We've been in property for over 20 years, and what we've learned is to actually get the most out of the market, you have to adapt to the times. Now, this video is going to be important and valuable to you because we're going to explain what we've done to get the most out of the current climate. Last year, the market has actually shown how cruel the market can be. Now, The Guardian's reported that 66 rental properties have been leaving the private rental sector market every day. And even landlord repossessions are up 25% on the final quarter of 2023. The majority of the private rented sector is made up of buy-to-let landlords. Last year's interest rate hikes have seen majority of landlords actually wiping their profits out, and in some cases a lot of these landlords are actually making a loss. Now, if a buy-to-let landlord is making, let's say, between £100 to £200 per month, what happens if a boiler breaks down or you've got some other fault? That's basically the whole margin of profit wiped out for the year. Now, to tie up hundreds of thousands of pounds just to make between £100 to £200 a month isn't the actual best strategy. And I think there's a lot better ways that you can utilize that capital to make a better return. Now, with buy-to-lets, of course, you have capital appreciation. But what if I could tell you, you can have capital appreciation, cash flow, and pull out majority of your money, if not all of your money. Now, the first strategy that we've been focusing on is HMOs, and we've actually been doing this strategy for 14 years. HMOs is basically houses of multiple occupation. This is where you have 3 or more unrelated people living in one single household. Now, this strategy actually works probably better today than in the past when we even started, as the cost of living crisis has had a massive impact on the market. Rents are actually up. Now you have studios in the areas that we operate. They now start from £1,200 plus bills. How does this actually work for someone that earns, say, 20k, 25k? This rent will actually eat into their salary. So what we actually offer is something all-inclusive in price. So basically, rent includes their electricity, council tax, broadband. So it's one fee, but it actually helps them to budget their money a lot better. Now, we've seen rents rise probably at the fastest rate in HMOs also, so landlords are actually getting a better return on their asset. Take this 2-bedroom house, for example. We helped a client obtain this for £305,000. The cost of works was £195,000 to transform this into 6 ensuite rooms. The client required a deposit of £195,000. This was because we were using a refurbishment product which was going to pay for 100% of the build. The end value of the house on a commercial mortgage was £625,000. The client was able to pull out £93,750 out of the deal. This meant they left £31,750 in the deal. The property ends up generating £55,750 per year. So effectively, the client will pull their money out of this project completely within 1.5 years. So by using this HMO strategy, you're able to pull out majority of your cash, having an asset that's cash flowing per month. It'll be a capital appreciating asset over the years, and this is all by using a commercial valuation. The second strategy that we've been focusing on is commercial to residential conversions. Now, this strategy is very lucrative, and I can hear you asking why. Well, the first reason is residential prices of homes have never been so high. The second reason, there's abundance of empty commercial buildings that are out there. The third reason is it's never been easier to obtain planning to actually convert commercial buildings into residential. Now, if you actually go down your local high street, you'll see there's abundance of commercials that are now defunct that are actually suitable for converting to residential use. The reason they're actually suitable is there's actually a huge commercial space within that building, and what people actually need at the moment is smaller retail units which are business rates exempt, which are actually ideal for startup businesses from home. Now, all it actually requires is someone like yourselves to actually take that space, repurpose it, and make it fit for the modern age that we're actually living in today. The UK government understands that there's a need for affordable housing. These commercial buildings are defunct, and they've actually made it easier for you to transform the high street. So you guys can play your part in transforming the high street from being defunct into being a vibrant place once again with these smaller retail units, and repurposing the rest of the building to residential use. Now, how this actually works is we'll take, for example, a shop with uppers. We'll transform the ground floor retail unit into a size that will make it business rates exempt. This will make it more attractive for a business to actually rent from us. The rear of the building will actually change to a studio / one bedroom flat. The uppers, if it's already residential use, it benefits from PD rights, and we can actually change this from C3 to C4, which is actually HMO. This will actually utilize per square foot the most value from this building. If the uppers is a commercial like offices, then you can use prior approval rights to actually change those into multiple residential units. And then by combining these two strategies together, let me show you the numbers. This property in Berkshire, our client obtained it for £320,000. The deposit needed for it was £96,000. The build cost was £275,000. The lender they were actually using in this case was going to give 100% of the refurbishment product, and the end value, the most important value, is £930,000. Our client, once this project is complete, will be able to pull out £185,000 of his money. It will now produce a cash flow of £85,000. So we achieved this by actually taking the commercial ground floor unit. We made a smaller retail unit there. We made a one bedroom flat to the rear. And in the auxiliary building, we were able to actually convert that to a one bedroom flat. So with the uppers of the commercial, they're already residential. So they were C3, we're able to change those under PD to C4, so a HMO. We basically made 5 ensuite rooms in there. We actually had to go through full planning though, because external changes are not permitted development within this case. So we had to apply for 2 dormers to the rear of the building. This basically allowed us to have enough space to put 2 additional rooms in the loft. So we've got a number of 5 ensuite rooms within this building. Therefore, we took this building from achieving 2 sources of income, from the retail to the commercial unit, to actually 4 sources of income. We've got some free downloads to actually help those that have made it to the end of the video, to help you on your journey. We've got the Savoys Deal Analyzer, we've got the Commercial to Residential ebook, we've got a HMO ebook. All of those are in the description. And for those that actually want to elevate your learning to another level, implement 2 strategies into one for what we've actually been doing. You can see throughout our posts. We've got a commercial to residential and HMO training day on the 27th of April in the Rembrandt Hotel in Knightsbridge. It's going to be an action-packed day. We've got HMO developers such as ourselves, we've got tax specialists, we've got CPC Finance, our brokers, and we've got Justin Cooper from Octane Capital giving a lender's perspective. So this is a must if you want to elevate your property journey. We hope to see you there.